I've had the privilege of being an advisor to several organizations over the past 20 years. And although I haven't mastered what it means to be a student organization advisor, I have learned many important lessons. I'd like to share a few reflections on my involvement with student orgs and a chance to maybe think more about how your org can be more effective. As I think about my role, one of the more significant um, things that I want to own is how do I mentor the student leaders in the group. It might be a small M mentor where I'm beginning to build a relationship with them, where we're sharing some of our lives together, where they can ask me questions that go beyond just the functions of their organization. It could be, and in some cases, more of a large M mentor where we've defined that relationship, where we're doing coffee, where we're really sharing our lives in deep ways in order for me to support that student not only as a leader of their student organization, but also what it means to be a Christian leader in general. And so I want to challenge you to think about how you can mentor the students in your organization. The second one is to really share resources for students. Many of us, faculty and staff, have been at Calvin for a long time, and we understand how offices work, or how you maybe gain access to this, or how certain technologies work. Those resources that you can share with students is invaluable for them, and it really allows them to execute plans or events much quicker and with much more efficiency, since you can hopefully give them some of the shortcuts and the insider information that they need to know in order for that event or for that situation to go well. So that's the second role, is you can be a resource. The third one I want to share with is kind of being a guide. I think about a lot of my work. I'm not going to make decisions for the org, but I'm going to point them in certain directions. I'm going to have them think about this particular question, or have you guys considered this as an option? I want to give them some insights that my experience and my expertise might lend itself to it, and so they can be a more effective organization. And the last role I think about as an organizational advisor is really that of as ambassador. I need to represent Calvin's mission and vision well to the students, that I need to represent the values of Calvin's well to the student leaders so they understand some of the dynamics in some of the decision making that may have to go on within an org, and ensure that they kind of have that perspective in mind. And I want to make sure that I can bring that in an articulate way, not that I run the organization, but provide them feedback and insights into some of the bigger pictures that might be happening. In my experience, organizational advisors play a critical role in the long-term success of student organizations. Can a student organization be successful without an engaged advisor? Yeah, for a year or two. But really, the orgs that have been around for decades have advisors that are appropriately involved, where there is good communication between the advisor and the student org leaders, where they're meeting on a fairly regular basis and talking about the challenges and the joys of the organization. It's really important for both students and advisors to have that understanding about what is going to be the level of communication and involvement of the advisor in the organization. So take some time, talk a little bit about what that might look like. I'm convinced when we get this right, student organizations can have the impact that we really desire for them to have on a college campus.